Hello and welcome to CE722 Global Project 2 presentation video. This video is intended to give not only a short and holistic description of the project, but also to share our overall experience of working on this ambitious project. Let me take the opportunity to introduce you to our team. We are basically Team 8. Our team chiefly consists of two sub-teams. The first is Planning and Simulation team from Washington State University, USA, with Ivan Cavazos and Jeremy Sterling as the members of the team. The other is the design team from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, including myself, Mira Kulte, and my colleague Prem Kumar and Hardik J. The project chiefly consists of designing 3D and 4D model of two multi-story buildings for the people affected by Chennai floods in 2015. The project essentially demands for construction of a schedule which would ensure fast and economic construction of buildings. We were provided the 2D architectural drawing and bill of quantities and other detailed information of the building. These are the 2D plan and elevation of building provided to us. We imported this 2D AutoCAD file to Revit as a base plan to create the 3D model. Although there were some hiccups in interpreting the 2D drawings as there was difference in number of columns in different plans of the same floor. After a series of dialogue with the other team, we finalized which is the appropriate plan. To aid us, DOQ was also advanced to us, which served as a detailed estimate of the building. This actually helped us to get a holistic image of the building, gave more insight to the material used, and helped in making the schedule.
As quoted earlier, there were two teams, the design and the planning and simulation team. We were being in the design team were required to develop a 3D model from the 2D drawings using Autodesk Revit. We also worked in collaboration with our counterpart so as to create a construction schedule which is practically implementable and which would ensure fast as well as economic construction of the building. For this, we went through a series of discussions on the virtual platform. Our counterpart had to develop a 4D model from the 3D model created by us. A 4D model means 3D model incorporated with construction schedule. For that, we developed construction schedule using Microsoft Project. The first step towards starting project to create something which would guide us throughout the process and would tell us about the timeline. Well, the BIM execution plan served that purpose for us. First of all, we marked the roles of different members in the project and then assigned the responsibility to each role. For example, there were roles like project manager, BIM manager, and etc. The onus of the project manager was to oversee major meetings, keep track of BIM project goals, and etc. And likewise, there was responsibility for different members. Then we set timeline and milestone for ourselves so as to complete the project efficiently on time. We identified the key contact person from each group to avoid mess in communication. Since there's difference in time zone, so we were planned our meeting when we will meet. Soon after making the BIM execution plan, we started making the 3D BIM model. For this purpose, we incorporated the 2D diagram in Autodesk Revit and started making the 3D model using that. The final model can be seen in the video. This is the video. During the process, we explored many tools and techniques of working on Revit and also included many families in the model. We essentially worked on architectural template. We also put the site layout on this plan so that it could help us in guiding towards what is the location of the building. During the time we were making the 3D model, we were also in touch with our counterpart, discussing the schedule of the project. During the making of model, we got more insight on how the schedule should be. Planning team started making the schedule after we started making the 3D model. We can see the schedule, both the buildings are built at the same time and there were many parallel activities. Our main focus during making of the schedule was to ensure fastest possible construction as well as economical construction.
After we made the 3D model, the planning and simulation team started integrating the 3D model and the construction schedule to develop a 4D model of the building. They used AutoCAD Navisworks for the very purpose. This is the final animation video, and this next slide. Final animation video of the 4D model, in which we can clearly see the time and the state of building at any point in time. Information exchange. I must say that this was the crux of the project. Right information at the right time was all we needed. And for our help, there were these kind media tools like Gmail, Google Drive, Socobo, and other social media for communication. I must say that that working on Socobo is very interesting. It is a virtual platform which gives a real feel of communication. It is very easy to use and offers effective communication facilities. The exchange of information is very easy and smooth. For transfer of files, of course, we took to Google Drive and Gmail. Um, Upon doing this global project, we grasped a lot about building information modeling. The first and most important thing we learned is BIM is not just some software, but a lot beyond that. We had hands with advanced tools like Autodesk Revit and Autodesk Navisworks. We explored it to all extent possible. The last but not the least, we got intuition on how to handle the project. It was kind of a mock drill for us, which we do appreciate a lot. Doing the same project with a global team and on a global platform has its own benefits and drawbacks. Talking about the benefits, I must say that we got the very experience of working in distributed team project management, and we got the opportunity to explore the virtual platform like Sukuku. Of course, as said earlier, we had hands on the advanced tools for project collaboration and planning. Another thing I would like to admire is that we got the chance to work with the people having different expertise. These are not actually exactly the drawbacks of working on a global team, but just to remark the difficulties we faced, I would say that the difference in the time zone was a little headache for us. Deciding on a common meeting time was at times difficult. Also, this was over a month-long activity, and at times we got mingled between our other priorities and the projects. Sometimes there was difference in the opinion among the different members of the team, but it was fine. We managed it through discussions. Finally, on behalf of all the team members, I would like to extend my hearty gratitude to the IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, and our faculty, Venkat sir, for giving us the opportunity to work on such a wonderful project. It was really a first-rate experience to work on this project. Thank you.